السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا هب لنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. رب لا تذرني فردا وأنت خير الوارثين. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Inshallah, we will continue the discussion, our study of the Qur'an, section 7, which is called Al-A'raf. We studied until the verse 201, and it is continuing that the stories of the short stories of the prophets, but now when it comes to the story of Moses, it is a bit longer than the others, but we will go over it as fast as possible. But of course, we shouldn't miss out what is really the message for us, what the messages are for us, and we have to respect the Quranic message in a way that we should not miss any of it, inshallah. As always we say, we are studying the Quran. The Quran can be studied from many, many different perspectives, but we cannot cover neither the other scholars and commentaries on the Quran can do that the cover of the Quran from all perspectives. No one claimed that. No one really dares to make this claim. It is impossible. So some people study from grammatic perspective, some people study from rhetoric perspective, from balagha of the old Quranic language, Arabic, of its time and historical perspective, maybe fiqh perspective for the rulings of it, and the Quran and the Hadith relationship perspective. There are many, many of them. Grammar side of it, there are many of them. So what we are studying here, how we can relate it to our relate the message of the Quran to our practical life of this time and age and place where we are, accordingly make it more practical rather than emphasizing on it is historical perspectives or messages. So 101st verse of this section, Al-A'raf says, تلك القرى نقص عليك من أنبائها ولقد جاءت رسلهم بالبينات فما كانوا ليؤمنوا بما كذبوا من قبل وكذلك يطبع الله على قلوب الكافرين. The meaning is there are these are the communities that we tell you about their stories, and their messengers certainly brought them clear evidence. This is the conclusion of the stories of the prophets mentioned in this section of the Quran, which are mostly in summary forms. And what was it? the summary of it, the conclusion of these summaries, their messengers certainly brought them clear evidences. What does it mean for us now? First of all, before we read this aspect of the verse, we tell you about their stories. This is interesting. Of course, you means the first recipient of the message, who is the prophet and the people around them. But alayke is a singular form, not alaykum, you. Alayke, you, a particular person that he is reading this, that who is reading the message. Again, what does it mean? What is the significance of it? I have to read it for myself as a single, individual person. Why are you telling this one? Look, we sent them the messengers. Now, look, have you received the messengers? From one aspect, practically, there is no messenger in my life, but the message of the messenger, the last messenger, is with me. The message of the previous messengers are also in summary form narrated to me within the last messenger, because it is the wrapping up, conclusion of the revelation. So really, let me concentrate on this last message. What does it say? It says not many things. The messengers brought them, the people, it means brought you as well, clear evidence. Bilbayinat, clear message, clear evidence. What does it mean? If I am going to receive the message, it must be clear for me. But I read it and I don't understand. Of course, you have to read the message from the perspective of the purpose of the message. We need to be careful about it. The purpose of the message is not to teach me how can really do or deal with my life in this world. It is not the purpose of it. It means how can I do my practical things, but while I am doing it as a human being, I have to think, what is the point in doing this? Let me give you a very simple example. We don't expect the message to teach me how to make the perfect biryani food. We don't expect that. But while I am making the biryani, eating the biryani food, what am I doing? Why am I doing? What does it mean? I need it. It is there. I want for the best taste. It is delicious. I enjoy it. When I overeat, I discuss it. I don't like it. It is harmful. What's going on? Qur'an teaches this aspect of the matter. How can I deal with others rather than how can I make the aircraft? No, but by making the aircraft, what does it mean for me? Why is it possible? Why was it possible for me to make the aircraft? How come that it becomes possible? Who arranged all this order? And how can I use this aircraft to kill people or to carry people and to make them feel comfortable, or for what purpose? All this second aspect of the discussion the Quran teaches. So we have to know what are we expecting. For example, I want a beautiful car. The simple example. Of course, it is simple, but that is human reality. Why does God? Why God doesn't give it to me? Why? The car? Is God going to get a car wrapped up with a gift paper and bring it to you? What do you mean? It is in the order of the universe. Go and investigate it and find out and make and work on those people who found out how to make the cars. So go them and get from them, exchange your labor in, for example, doing construction. You make some money. He is doing the construction of the car. So you exchange your labors and he will get your labor. You will build a house for him. He will make a car for you. That's how human relationship will occur. But how can I do that? How can I deal with these matters while I am doing it? Is there any criterion? Quran teaches this. To be just, Quran teaches this. To be balanced, Quran teaches this. Not to cheat, not to tell a lie, Quran teaches this. And while I am making the car, while I am constructing the building, Quran teaches me what am I going to learn from it? And what am I going to learn from the rules that I'm extracting from the order of the universe? What does it mean for me? How are they going to affect my life? Loads of questions that no one can answer other than my creator. All philosophical theories are just theories based on speculations. Quran speaks to human beings with a clear message, clear evidence. It is bil-bayinat, clear evidences. But they wouldn't believe in what they had already called a lie. Now, why they call it a lie? Because mainly Quran says, look, the universe doesn't belong to you. So whatever in it also doesn't belong to you. You are just giving everything in this universe as a gift. So you have to be thankful. You have to acknowledge the real owner. You have to acknowledge the real owner of this property. You are just a beggar, nothing more than a beggar. So they say, in fact, I'm not creating anything. They know, human beings know that we don't create anything. We just obey the order, follow the order. That's it. Follow the order. I mean, I put the kettle on the fire. I cannot boil it. Fire is created not by me. Kettle is created not by me. Water is created but not by me. Heating process is created. Heating quality in the universe is created not by me. Who is creating that? Can it happen by itself? Think about it. The fire is created, light is created, heat is created, matter is created, earth is created, air is created, the sunlight is created, storms are created, wounds are created, winds are created, clouds are created. Who's arranging it perfectly? Although multiple infinite number, I mean, intimate, how did they say? Uncountable number of things are created. So calm. Everything is so in peace. Wonderfully working harmoniously. There is no fighting. what's going on in this beautiful universe? Who is really, as the Quran says, holding these very powerful gravity, swallowing everything, within the earth? For example, we see that the boiling metal and iron, what they call iron and something in other metal are boiling. I am comfortable here. Who is doing this? I feel good to sleep under the light of the moon, so soft and beautiful, not hurting, but also helping me, roughly what's going on. My eyes are comfortable, calm. The creation of sleep. Who can create the sleep so that I rest? Who can create the REM sleep so that I go deep in REM, in sleep? My body gets rest, my mind gets rest. I am out of trouble. Wake up in the morning with a new, charged with a new energy. Who can create the energy within my body? All the qualities are perfect. Amazing questions are evidences created by my Creator. Message of the prophets, messengers, bring it to me. You have a Lord, but only the arrogant ones. Of course, these facts cannot be deniable. Oh, excuse me, just a small matter happened again. What? Oh, I don't know how to save it. Get this one down. Ah, here it is. Okay, get this one. Okay. So we understand that calling a lie knowingly, not submitting the truth, but knowingly, and being arrogant and say that, no, it is. Well, I don't accept. Okay. If you do that, that is how God puts a seal on the hearts of the disbelievers. What does it mean? There's a big problem. Everybody keeps asking this one. Okay. If I keep denying, what happens? As I do it, it becomes an inevitable habit for me. As long as I keep denying, it means calling a lie, it means rejecting it. So if I keep, for example, if you keep doing certain action, an example, if you keep really 1 year always waking up at 6 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever it is, 6 a.m., the last day you go to sleep, you wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning. You don't have to set the clock anymore. That is sealed. That's it. That you prayed for it, you wanted it, and it is given. Because if we want and insist, it is given. If I am used to eating hot dish, it becomes normal. For some people who never eat hot dish, like Turkish people, so they don't like it. When you give them the hot fish dish, they say, oh, how can you eat it? No, I cannot eat it. You see, both of them in their habit, sealed. If somebody gets the habit of denying, at the end, it becomes sealed, decided. Okay, you are going to be denied. But human beings are given free will, freedom of choice. So we cannot really say, hey, I am not going to be able to choose otherwise. No, if you deliberately think about it, saying, no, what I am doing, I have been doing is wrong. I will give up. So if I stop, then I decide to stop slowly. Let's go back to our sleeping example. 6 o'clock is our fixed for so a long time. We have been waking up at this time. Exactly, 6, no change at all. Now, I said, I have to wake up at 7 o'clock, not 6. Can you really find it easy to sleep after 6 o'clock? No, first day not. It is quite human. It is how the order of the universe is. So we cannot really find it easy. But we will say, okay, I will stay in bed. Go to bed 1 hour late and stay in bed from 6 to 7. For 1 week, you start getting used to it. That is how the Qur'an calls sunnatullah, how the order of the universe works. So when you decide, I'm not going to deny by giving a lie to the truth, I know it is just wrong, it is my arrogance, I've asked for forgiveness from my Creator. A week later, you become slowly accepting the truth and try adapting your life gradually. That's why Qur'an and the prophetic message tells us the change will take gradually. Don't expect the change overnight. We understand how beautiful wisdom we learn from the prophetic messages. Everything goes gradually. We are learning gradually. We are forgetting gradually. We are growing gradually. We are dying gradually. The seasons are changing gradually. Sudden changes are very rare. The signs are demonstrated, and slowly the results are coming. So God is so kind, soft, and also benevolent with us. Don't expect, okay, take time, but be consistent in your prayers. So I pray, please Allah give me a beautiful car, please Allah give me a beautiful car, all right? Or beautiful life, beautiful child, etc. Of course, they are all legitimate desires in this world. We shouldn't say, oh, come on, where did they get this? So are you asking Allah to give you the opportunity to have a car? No, I can ask. Allah says, okay, do this. I will pave the path easy for you. Now, وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى فَسَنُيَسِّرُهُ لِلْيُسْرَى. Who says, who confirms the truth, we will make the path easy for this person. It means Allah is able to do that. I will try my best because I am created within the order of the universe. But trusting Allah gives me hope. When I have the hope, I work for it with an enthusiasm, not in a capricious way, an angry way. with a satisfactory way. That is how human beings are created. So when we trust God, have the trust in beauty of the creation, God's mercy, God's help, beautiful help, mercy of God, I can slowly find out the way. I will find out, inshallah, at the end, what I want in this world, especially what I want in my eternal life. It will really make it easy for me. For example, I am praying, but I'm not concentrating at all. Sometimes I forget myself totally that I'm praying. Or even sometimes I forget how many records, how many units of the prayer I have performed so far. But which kind of prayer is it? Come on, give up. Oh, you lost. No. Okay, I understand. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. Slowly it builds up. That is what we should understand, why the hearts are sealed off. It doesn't mean that I lost my free will. No, I have still my free will. But God is telling me, don't pray, don't insist in your wrong choices. Don't insist. Otherwise, you won't go back because it becomes a part of your second nature. God puts you a seal on the hearts of the disbelievers. Now, asking them, requesting them, begging them as if, don't insist. So everything takes gradually. Of course, getting the seal at the end also is the result of gradual, constant prayer, but is taken gradually. The reverse also will take in the gradual form, but quicker, because the path to the good is easier. The path is the bad, is the wrong, is described in the Qur'an, aqaba, a high hill, climbing up a high hill. But the path to the good is climbing down the high hill. That is why it takes, for example, if someone insists so that it will deserve for his heart to be sealed off, takes, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 5 years. But if he wants to change it, it becomes easy in 5 days, in a week. So we can really see this change in the minds and hearts of the enemies of the Prophet, historically narrated, famous ones, and also how they became the friends of the Prophet, followers of the Prophet at the end. And also we can see many convert people. I mean, convert. No one likes this word, but that is English. So embracing Islam, whatever, revert, I don't know, this reversion, conversion, whatever it is, coming back to your nature, real nature, accepting the truth as it is. So, they may be leading 20 years of irresponsible life, maybe ignoring any reality, just following their personal selfish interests, satisfying their ambitions. But in 1, 2 months, you found them changed. I said, I understood. You know what? Of course, this is good for them. My mother passed away. I understood that the life is transient. I started thinking, what does it mean? This beautiful, very merciful, kind compassionate person, calm. Where is God? Which kind of mistakes or wrongdoings he did, so he deserved to be to disappear from this world? What's going on? I started thinking about it. It came to my mind suddenly that, hey, she was created when she was nothing. How did she come into existence? How did she have his life, her life, her feelings, compassion? How did she really took care of me when I was a baby and a young child? Why? What is going on? Who's employing this beautiful person and then taking it away? There must be a reason. I started reading the Quran. Somebody suggested me to read the Quran. You know, if we have existential questions, to read it. I started reading. I understood that everything is under the control of the creator of the whole universe. There must be sorrow. Nothing can happen by itself. So simple, man. I accept this now. How long does it take? Well, yeah, just a month of research, questioning. That's it. How about 25 years passed away? No, 25 years was my bad story. Forget about it. Look at the last month. How beautiful the path was opened in front of me in an easy way, as if going down the hill. That is what Quranic image that we have to understand. From, I don't know, last chapters in the Surah. No, what's it? Oh, yeah, Layl. Section Layl in the Quran. So, ومن اعطى وصدق بالحسنى فسنيسره لليسرى. Beautiful words. Good. So come back to verse 202. وما وجدنا لأكثرهم من عهد وإن وجدنا أكثرهم لفاسقين. Sorry, what am I doing? I'm just panicking. I am reading far away, but still making very bad grammatic mistakes. ووجدنا أكثرهم لفاسقين. Of course, we didn't find most of them true to their covenants. There's a problem. Not the problem we keep discussing about the covenant, what covenant it is. It is easy for those who follow these classes. So, inshallah, we will just revise and refresh our minds and go past to the next verse. But we found most of them to be defiantly disobedient. People are negligent, unfortunately. We have to be patient with them. We have to be kind with them, and we have to be thankful that, alhamdulillah, we really kept our covenant as much as we can. No one can be perfect. Never be perfectionist. Perfectionism is the enemy of human progress. That is not our subject, but just a reminder, quick reminder. Perfectionism is human enemy. Really kills the procession of progress. We have to be careful. So gradually, take your time, slowly, be hopeful. Because God will guide you as much as you try. You cannot change overnight. You cannot grow overnight. Now, for example, you go to once in a gym and come back and weigh, I'm still the same weight. They expect in one night they will lose 2 pounds. It's impossible. It is impossible. But don't keep weighing yourself. after a month, weigh yourself, you will see yourself, oh God, I have lost 10, 20 pounds. But consistency is important. Okay.
Brother Ali, what is the point about the perfectionism you were saying about human progress? We're
Now,
looking for the perfect one.
not looking for the perfect one. Of course, this is the expectations, but I am going to be perfect in one night. I am going to be perfect in keeping my covenant. Impossible. You cannot learn
It's
everything at once.
impossible. I'm a needy person. I'm always
Sorry?
needing, I'm a needy person, always in need of guidance and help.
But perfectionism is, I want to be the perfect, otherwise I will leave it. I want to be the best of something, and otherwise I will leave it. No, that is wrong. That's what we have to understand. I will try in this way, and there is no end for perfection anyways. So I will try in this way, my best, but be consistent. Covenant, what is covenant? Now, our spirit is a covenant with our creator. So Quran describes in a delicate way, it is very, very fine-tuned grammatic structure, the creation of everything has some sort of a gradual and causal chain appearance in the order of the universe as it is appears. There's no causal chain, but the way the universe is created, always we see that one comes after another, one comes after another. The people mistakenly call it law, natural law. That doesn't change. That is, calling it natural law is wrong. Calling it sunnatullah is the way of explaining it in a realistic way, which is, that is how God creates. That is how they are created. So that is how God arranged. Now, that is correct now, because natural means by itself. I'm not crazy to say that the things are arranged by themselves. It is impossible. So the creation of spirit, human feelings, as the Quran describes, and as we witness in this universe, there is no gradual changing or developing after this. For example, if you don't water the plant, they don't grow. Obvious, isn't it? It takes 3 months, 6 months, depending on the species of the plant. It takes gradual, but human spirit is created with no cause-effect relationship, directly from God. That is what human spirit direct manifestation of God's qualities reflected in the body of human beings. I'm not talking about animals. The scholars discuss about animals' spirit as well. That is not detail. That is a detail, and we are going to concentrate on this Quran. So human covenant now. This spirit directly created, that is why it doesn't accept limit. Now, this is not explicitly stated in the Quran, but when you carefully, delicately read the grammatic structure of the Quran telling you about the creation of spirit, you understand that spirit, it doesn't have any gradual or anything in between in this form of the order of the universe. But everything is created directly by God. But how we experience it? It is taking 6 months for a plant to grow and give their vegetations, fruits or vegetables. But the spirit, the Quran says, spirit is created not in this way. It means no limit. For example, not 6 months, not 6 hours, not 6 seconds, but directly. What does it mean? So 6 months created, and what is created? Let us say eggplants, all right, or spinach. Now, spinach is there. It has limit. It manifests the qualities of its creator in a limited way. Spirit manifests the qualities of its creator with no limit. What does it mean? Covenant is open, so wide, limitless. So you can start from point 1, not 0. I mean, you have to have 1 point, except 1 step at least, and it goes off infinity. What does it mean? So covenant tells us that my creator directly enables me to acknowledge him. Why? When I use my free will to see what the source of my existence is, my feelings immediately catch that. Immediately. So my mind may take a time to reason about it. My feelings, as soon as mind decides that, look, I am a created being, I have an absolute creator. When I go back to my feelings, how did you find this? Are you disturbed? What? Having an absolute owner? On the spot? I love it. I love it. No hesitation, no gradual development. This covenant is so clear, depending on our faith. For example, simple example, worldly example, created example. Don't confuse. Created examples are limited to give us a criterion of thinking, not when we are applying it to our relationship with our creator, our spirit with its creator, then we will multiply it by any example given in this world. In the Quran, when you read the Quran, when you see the examples there, of course, use this example, and when you are applying this example to your relationship with your creator, you have to multiply it by infinity. Don't forget that. Just a minute, awesome. So, for example, the description of paradise. Oh, this was beautiful spouses and houses, etc. In reality, what paradise is multiplied by infinity form. Can you imagine it? No. Don't limit yourself with the examples. So I will give you an example and then let Asim speak, inshallah. So the sunlight comes. For example, your eye is closed. Your eye is closed. Do you see anything? No. Do you see any light? No. You feel that there's a light, darkness, still closed by, skin has some sort of filters or holes, small, very small. So you can see, but you don't see the light that you expect. All right. As soon as you open it, what do you find? Sun is in the length of your eye. He's there. It's already there. So God's presence is already with me. Wow. Whenever I open my heart, it is there. Beautiful. So most of the people don't use this opportunity that this covenant is within me. I don't have to go step by step, investigate and wait months or months to really appear and I can realize it. No, it is there. So if you are fasiq, if someone is fasiq, disobedient, define the disobedient, it cannot see the light. It says, there is no light, there is no light. Although light is trying to get into the eyelids. So beautiful relationship we have with our Creator. Our heart is there. It is there. That is why the narration from the prophetic saying, please be patient, Asim. Prophetic saying, it is narrated there. God's throne is in believers' heart. What does it mean? It is already there. God's manifestation is already there. As far as you found, you really try to get it. So it, how do you say, observes the light of the beautiful names of our Creator. But you have to keep the lens open. That is your intention. I want to understand my God in my heart without polluting it and without really letting any dust on your heart. But I will love you, God, if you give me the opportunity to do something, to obtain something, to gain something. When you say if, you are closing your eyes of your heart. When you say if, be careful. God is your creator. You cannot bargain with your God. Don't ever dare to pray God in the form of bargaining. I will do all night prayer for you, all day, as much as I can, of course, fasting, but you will let me have this profession, or I don't know, get married with this good guy or person. Bargaining. It is not prayer. Because you don't know who you are not aware who you are not aware of who your Lord owner is. No, this prayer will never be answered in your favor. You insist, I said, okay, I will give you a car and you will see. All right? And you are in trouble. We have to be careful, please, Asim. It is your phone, your time now, please. Go ahead.
Thank you. So the covenant, so we have to keep our eyes of the heart open, alhamdulillah. So
there.
Spirit doesn't make progress, it's always there. So
Sorry?
the human side is about the choice that makes progress.
No. You ask the professionals in photograph, I mean, taking photographs. You know, if they keep the lens open and the camera allows the person, the more the camera is open, the more it observes. No, it is already there, but what is already there? It's a good question, by the way. Thank you. What is already there? The God's names manifest there already, qualities, introduces himself. What is the nature of God's names? Limited or unlimited, infinite. What is the capacity of my human feelings? Limited or no limit? Now, it is limitless. So it is already there, but you have to make the progress within God's recognition of God's qualities, within the satisfaction of your feelings, but this satisfaction takes time depending on your consistency. Consistency. Reflections. The Quran, how many times Quran really repeats that human beings should reflect? With how many words? I mean, different flavor of the meaning, but the same thing. Reflect on the creation. Reflect on the creation within yourself. We reflect on the creation outside of yourself. Reflect. Keep your lens open. More light, more details, more details, more details. The professional photographers have this very expensive now because of the quality of the lens, cameras, and what they do, when they focus on it, fixed the camera and keep the lens open as much as possible, capacity of the lens, that it is also example, capacity of the lens is limited. So they keep it open and then they get the details, finest details of the object pictured in the film. So that is a simple example. Keep the lens open, but you are there. Whatever the layer or the degree of recognition of God's absolute qualities, you are there. But of course, there are endless degrees in learning. There are endless degrees in paradise. You can, I think that's enough. You can use this. All right. Shall we move? Inshallah, we should. We don't have much time. Let's see now. At least start the subject. Okay. What does it mean? ثم بعثنا من بعدهم موسى بالبينات إلى فرعون وملئه فظلموا بها فانظر كيف كان عاقبة المفسدين. So then after them we sent Moses with our messages. Continues the story of the messages to Pharaoh in his councils, because this story of Pharaoh is really directly related to our practical life. Look, in a general sense, how we should each prophetic examples, as if each prophetic examples covers one section of our life, one department of our life, if you like. But the story of Moses covers my social life in general, relationship with the enemies, relationship with my parents, relationship with other people, and about my mistakes. How can I do that? And challenging the problems of life, problems of the enemies. I mean, rather than physical enemies may not attack you nowadays, but intellectual enemies continuously bombarding on us. Media, oh, we have to be very careful. Even we have to be very careful about religious sources as well. How they may limit the message of the Qur'an, message of the Prophet, Islamic videos, only to a very specific area in this specific area, they are successful. We appreciate them, we thank them, we pray Allah for them. We pray to God for them. But it may seem to be limiting the message of the Quran, and especially may be limiting the special message of the Quran related to the problems of this age. Problems of this age is related to belief matters. We need to be satisfied why we are believing in God, why we are believing in the hereafter, why believe. We have thousands of videos or people explaining how to pray, why to pray. It is very weak, if not zero. Why do we have to pray? Oh, you need it. What do you mean? I don't need it. Look, simple answers, unsatisfactory answers. Why do we believe in the hereafter? Why? Not explained much. So the real problems of the age are not mostly addressed. If you want to learn Arabic, thousands of websites are available. But if you ask the question, why do I believe in angels? If you find one, I'm sorry, which is a little bit challenging. If you find one video, please send it to me. Why should I believe in angels? How can I be comfortable about it? How can I be convinced? Is there any evidence for it? Problem. You have to believe in it. Quran says so. This is not the solution. Why? Why should I believe in the Quran? Because I'm not satisfied with the news that the Quran talks about angels. Can you really believe in a book that I am doubtful about some part of it? It doesn't work. It is illogical, contradictory. Look at stop. Moses looks at our social relationship with this world, trusting in God examples in our social life, personal life, But if you want to know really how a human beings are, and really within our human life, how can I solve my existential questions? Read existential questions, interesting story of Yusuf, story of Adam. Existential questions, not really you can find in the story of Moses, in other story, in the stories of other prophets, as far as I know. I mean, explicitly mentioned, maybe touched upon, by the way, is different. Okay, then after that, we sent Moses with our messages to Pharaoh on his counsels. Don't say that, oh no, I know the story of Moses. No. We are not talking about the story of Moses. We are going to talk about the message related directly, resonating to me within my life right now. And okay, his counsel, Pharaoh and his counsels now, and they unjustly rejected it. Now, yeah, they rejected it with no reason. And God speaks to me now. Yeah, consider now the reader, Ali. Look, be careful now what happened to those who used to spread corruption. So you will follow the story and you will understand how the corruptors are really consequently ending up with. How horrible their life will be. So that is the introduction of. So we have to be very careful, really, no, I'm looking at notes, then their rejection has nothing to do with justifiable reason. That is what we have to be careful about. So let's at least, that is the introduction to the story of Moses. Let's go this at least one or two verses. وَقَالَ مُوسَى يَا فِرْعَوْنِ إِنِّي رَسُولٌ مِّن رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Of course, we understand it's so obvious for those people who follow these discussions, the discussions we are having here. They will be very comfortable about this message. The Moses' first message was what? Pharaoh, my stepfather, I am a messenger from the Lord of all the worlds. You know, Pharaoh is, we remember, don't forget, his stepfather. He adopted him. So he is challenging now his stepfather. God forbid I can challenge my father. Oh, man. But of course, Ibrahim, the prophet Abraham example tells me, how can I deal with my parents? Wow. It is so exciting. He says, you are from Dalin. Complete corrupt people, my father. I'm sorry. I can ask for forgiveness from my creator. I love you, but you are wrong. Sorry. You are wrong, but I love you. Respectfully disagree with you. So that is what the Quran says. No blind following anyone, father, mother, blind following anyone. My father is so religious. Blind following doesn't work. You have to find out. You have to find the religion is reasonable or not. You have to confirm it. That is your father's belief. You cannot borrow your father's belief. You cannot inherit your father's belief. If he's a nice man, learn from him, but use your criteria. Because it is my father, must be true. No. What did he say? This doesn't make sense for me. Let me think about it. But I have to think about it with a sincere intention, not to follow it blindly or just to take my revenge, oppose him. No, no, no. My father said this. Let me think about it. Really? Be careful, Ali. My father told me this, but don't take a negative attitude. Don't take a positive attitude. Be impartial and see whether it is acceptable or not for you. If not, put it aside, put a question mark. Keep listening to your father. Yes, what else you are going to teach me? Now, the first thing Moses speaks to his stepfather is the Lord of all the worlds.
Next slide, please, so we can have it on the screen.
Okay, thank you. I'm looking at the other one, so I can see there. So I think thank you very much. Remind me like this. I really appreciate it. So, I am the messenger from, I'm not speaking from myself, from the Lord Rabbul Alameen. Look, why? The problem is with who is the Lord of this universe? Who is the Lord of this world? Who is the Lord of the land that we are living in? Owner, a real owner, hey, you are going to die. And you didn't create the earth, you didn't create the Nile, you didn't create the water. What are you talking about? This is mine. No, this is given. It is created by somebody else. It is owned by somebody else. The first message is the Lord of all the world. So we have to be very careful to remind people about Don't say believe in God, embrace Islam, Quran is beautiful. Doesn't make sense, man. Be careful. Yeah. Have you ever thought about who owns the universe? Who is the source of the existence of this universe? Who is changing this universe? Who is really surveilling over this universe? Who is it? What is it? How this beautiful order of the universe came into existence? Who gave existence to all the things that we are here? What is going on here? Start from there. That is what we learn from the story of Moses. Yes. So 105, just get warm up with the story of Moses. I have no right to say anything but the truth about God. So I cannot really put myself between you and the Lord of the universe. But only what the universe conveys the message to me, what the owner of the universe conveys the message to me in verbal form. So I have to unite them and speak to you with it, because the staff of Moses represents what? The message of the Moses in the form of staff, matter. To one aspect of the staff is the universe. The other aspect of the staff of Moses is the message of the creator of the universe. So we have to understand in the story of the Moses, two aspects at the same time. So we shouldn't say that the staff, a bow or branch of wood became how to say, big snake. Yeah, maybe historically it happened there. That is not my concern. I haven't seen it. It doesn't really relate to me. But what I have to get the message from it now. I don't see the stuff. I don't see the snake, anything. So it doesn't mean that it doesn't make sense. But at that time, God said, I created this in the form of miracle, but it was that time. You have to understand the message from it now. That is what we have to transfer the message to our living conditions. Then it makes sense. Stuff, miracle, the universe is a miracle. The message of the Quran, the verbal speech of God, is another miracle. So that is what we have to understand, the sign that the Quran says here. Look, I have no right to say anything but truth about God. It means about God. It means I have no, it is not my understanding, it is God's message. So who is God now? Who is God now? The Rabbul Alameen, the Lord of the all worlds. So we have to be careful. When I say God, but it is described in the first verse. The first verse says, God is Rabbul Alameen. Here it says about God. It means Rabbul Alameen. So I don't want to get in between you and the Lord of the universe. I'm introducing this, but you have to face your Lord of the universe now. Truly, I have come to you with an evident sign. So, God جئتكم ببينات من ربكم. Look, it is very interesting. I have come to you with an evident sign from my Lord. Sorry, your Lord. Your Lord. The one who created the universe and the one who created you within this universe. You are owned. You were nothing. but you are given existence in the form of a human being. Universe was nothing, given existence in universe form as it is we are experiencing. So you are your Lord, the one who gave you existence, has sent me with an evidence sign explaining to you how to utilize your existence, the existence of the universe. Evidence sign means beyine. Again, beyine should not be abstract only. Beyine should be in the form of abstract explanation and at the same time material demonstration. For example, if you want to teach somebody how to make biryani, so we have to say, look, you have to take the rice, but a certain type of rice, and this rice, for example, you have to show it physically, and then you have to put on the pan. Under the pan, you have to put something, whatever. I don't know how to make biryani, none of my business, but speak and demonstrate. That is what evidence science is. If it is only speech, it is not evident. But only demonstration, but not explaining it in human form while we are presenting it to speaking human beings, it is not evident. So when we understand bayina, when we understand ayatun bayinatun, Qur'an is bayina, again, evidence sign, we have to understand that speech plus physical demonstration. Now, Moses says, I came to you employed by the creator of the universe to just demonstrate it to you from your Lord, from your creator, demonstrate what he taught me to you. That's what we are here. All the people, Mele of the Pharaoh. So, I am here to speak to you with this, with this one. Oh my, we have to be very careful. Oh my stepfather, I came to you with a clear evidence. Abraham speaks to his father, says, look, father, I have received a message from my creator. Yeah. Ebeti, lakat, oh no, what was the verse? Amen. Like the verse which is related to our subject is آتيتنا من العلم لم يأت. Meaning is, oh my father, beloved father, I have been given from knowledge, some knowledge from my creator, which you didn't have it. If you follow me, I will guide you to the right path. It means the child is asking his father, oh man, God forbid, a person from Muslim culture will say this to his father, a young man, learned man, and a father is not really aware of the truth. So, oh my father, I have given some knowledge that you didn't have it. If you follow me, I will guide you. I think this child will have an heart attack from the threat from his father. It is a very non-Islamic relationship, imitating total submission to one's parents. Read Abrahamic story in the Quran, full of challenging with his father, full. Unfortunately, we know Abraham is the prophet of Tawhid, correct? Correct. Abraham is the prophet of Tawhid and prophet how we should arrange our relationship with our parents. It is very interesting. This aspect of Abraham is not really taught much. Why? Because those people who speak to Muslim population speak to parents, yeah, because they pay. Sorry, that is the secret. Evident sign from your Lord. Of course, we are indoctrinated with this culture. Let the children of Israel go with me. No slavery anymore. Look at this. No human exploitation anymore. No cheating anymore. Not claiming superiority anymore. It means let the children of Israel go with me is every human being is equally free. Let everyone enjoy his freedom. That is the message, the starting message of Jesus, challenging his stepfather. We have to be very careful. Lots of messages, lots of messages. I trust your intelligence. You can understand immense messages we are learning from the prophetic narrations, from all prophets, but especially this Abraham, Moses, Adam, Yusuf. Yusuf's story is just a babysitting story. That became a babysitting story, unfortunately. My spiritual process, what is going on within me, is really hidden in between lines of the story of Prophet Joseph. It's beautiful. Really teaches me who I am. Anyways, inshallah, in the course of time, step by step, Allah will give us opportunity, inshallah, and we will all try to go through this journey of finding the truth, best way of approaching the way of truth, inshallah, with the help of Rabbul Alameen. Rabbul Alameen. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim wa akhiru da'wahum alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. You know, sometimes right or wrong, I give a shocking therapy to people saying that, you know who most obstinate denier is? Abraham's father in the Quran. Do know most obstinate dictator is Pharaoh, Moses' stepfather. Wow. that is really, I mean, destroying the whole culture nowadays, cultural religion. Of course, walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen bi hurmati